for sure. Yep, ready.
Ready? All right. Scene starts. Black. Along the edges of the screen of your vision, bright lights passing by, zooming, light fast. They're yellows, blues.
Oh, I can do 10.
They're not moving in straight lines, but they're moving in
No,
waves.
That's why
The waves go faster, they get
yeah,
bigger.
Yeah,
We follow along them, we're riding the waves. Until we explode. We're through a speaker. Zoom out. Car driving down the streets. You're in Night City, baby.
I'll be doing the game. Doing it.
It is that pre-dawn hour where the sky is just beginning to alight in the east. There is darkness. Streetlights still on. You can see the
Yeah.
toll that has taken Night City from the more recent Fourth Corporate War. Buildings that never quite recovered, alleyways stuffed with trash, bodies lying on the streets, some just drunk, some probably to never wake again. But that is just, your average night. It doesn't matter, you got the windows rolled down, got a cigarette in your hand, and you are cruising down these near empty streets. A heavy mix of bass and 808 drum mixes comes through. Classical dark trance. Because what else are you to listen to at this time of the night? When all of a sudden the music fades, it cracks. Something's interfering with the signal, and over the radio, you hear, "Good morning, Night City. Welcome back to the State of the City here on Anarchist News, reporting from wherever we can jack in at that time. It's your host, Phoenix, that handsome net jockey that makes all the chooms and choombas swoon. No corpus around here can keep us down. Today out there in Meek Space, word on the streets is that there are a couple of cyber psychos heavy on the chrome, hanging around Westbrook. Haywood is run down to prehistoric shit stains, so nothing new there. Pacifica is looking mighty nice this time of year. A new line of AVs are rumored to be in the works. Street racers rejoice. Old Japan and Little China have some angry tigers on the loose. Outsiders beware. Reports say that some rocker boy from Little Europe came through town and set them loose. Oh, what a joker. As this announcement is going on, you notice there are some heavy streetlights behind you. They've been there for a while, but they're being more obvious now, tailing you. You take a drag on the cigarette, continuing to listen to what the net jockey has to say. Your hand goes to your side, getting ready the pistol that you always keep ready. Unless you have a can of spray paint or a Molotov around, or just are enamored with the overproduced and obviously fake, the city center is a place to stay away from, not to mention if you can avoid all the potholes. Say hi to Johnny if you can stop on through. If you must, spit on Arasaka Tower for me. Greatly appreciated. Over the radio, gunshots blare. Well, that's all the time I have for today, folks. Gotta make scarce before I get iced. Remember, fuck the corpos when you can. Phoenix out. You veer down an alleyway. The headlights stop just outside of it. You hear the distinct thunk of doors opening and closing. You take one last drag on that cigarette, and you go to meet whatever's in the night. Scene fade. We come to Little Europe. And our two, let's call them protagonists for the evening. Could we please have...
Come on, guys.
I was hoping that would work. Yeah, exactly. Athena, please introduce your character.
Alright, the name's Marianne Victoria Elizabeth. Some call me the Queen because they're fucking right. Been known by a few other names. Me best mate PK'd probably know about my time that I was a Lady Quicksilver. But those days are behind me. And I'm a stone cold hard fucking bitch. I'll tear down the establishment, I'll sing my heart out, I'll put my soul onto the lyrics, and I don't fucking hide who I am. Unless I gotta. I've only done small time shit so far. After I left my corpo job as one of them fucking mediacore fucking shill punk bands. And now, I'm hoping to actually stick it to the man for real. Actually do something that'll fucking last. I don't think I'll be setting off any bombs like fucking Silverhand, but... well... let's just say that I'm about to start my own Bohemian Rhapsody. And if you touch me fucking MP3 player, I will fucking eviscerate you.
Fucking iPod Nano.
They don't play the old stuff, good stuff, on the radio no more. All they got is this synth shit that PK likes.
Hey! Don't be making fun of the synth!
Oh no, it's fine. I made plenty of it back when I had to work for a soulless corporation.
You're missing the message. You're missing the message of the synth.
It's a fucking ad, you fucking wanker.
It ain't no fucking ad.
PK, describe yourself.
PK is a very colorful character, very out there, very pink, blue, you know, the aesthetic of synth, cyberpunk, all the above. Mohawk style, kinda to the left, hair, and very bright personality.
Well, our two ne'er-do-wells have been called in for a potential job this time, and they're to meet the fixer in Little Europe at a place called the Dodo. A more or less a fine dining establishment that sits on a rather sizable hill overlooking the rest of Little Europe. How are you two getting there tonight?
Would I know if this is like a dress fancy kind of like, for lack of better terms, rich restaurant?
It is, although the message said that you could come casually.
Alright, well, based on cyberpunk edge runners, I'm basically dressed like one of the girls from Euphoria.
I kind of am dressed with a semi-military look, but like very punk. Like just very punk. So that's why I was wondering if it was, would I fit in is basically the question or not.
No, both of you are going to stick out like sore thumbs, but this is not exactly covert. As a matter of fact, it is a well-known meeting place for the particular fixer that you are going to meet. Yeah, this would be either of your first times working with this individual, but they do have a good rep.
And I'm just gonna. I could say this is not my first run, right? Like.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
both of you have some experience. Otherwise, you wouldn't be.
Yeah.
This would not be a call you would be having otherwise.
Do we have a reputation yet, or no?
Growing.
Okay.
Can I say Mary's been on exactly one other run? Like, she is about as green as possible?
Fucking noobs.
No.
And her reputation comes from the fact that at the end of her last run, which was, I think actually a bank heist, she actually bowed, on camera as the safe was blown open.
Oh, wow.
I love that.
Yeah, you got a flair. To you. Which,
A lot of the fixers probably think I'm someone who's slightly talented, but who's definitely going to get killed on their third or fourth job.
yeah, well, luckily for them, they don't happen to care all that much.
It's me just fine. Blaze of glory.
So you pull up, and the Dodo, not large, but relatively ornate building, mostly wood and glass, which kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. You enter into the establishment. There's light background noise. Of you, if you would like, give me a. What would this be?
Human perception?
No, actually, a criminology check.
I was actually gonna ask if it's gonna be criminology.
Make it a DC 13.
I fail.
I also fail.
Okay, you go through.
Not very
There's
bright.
a bit of background noise. Bit strange. You wouldn't call it pleasant.
What is this
for-
shite?
For it, it's not exactly like it's not music, right? It is.
I'm used to hearing things that ain't music.
It's just noise. And the maitre d asks, "Hello, folks. Do you have a reservation for the evening?" And you would both know that you're under reservations for the Swede.
Yeah, we're the Swedes. If you could just direct us to our table. I'll have a margarita on the rocks, and me best girl here will have a juice box.
Oi! A juice
Oh.
box sounds wonderful.
Swedes. Excellent. Please follow me. And the waiter leads you towards what would be approximately the rear of the restaurant, which opens up into an almost open air patio. It would be open air except for some rather obviously placed bulletproof glass hanging around the side overlooking. You're actually hanging over the edge of the small cliff. It's a good 5-6 story fall down from there. And seated at the singular table in this area is whom you presume to be Swede. Ooh. Okay, 1 second. It's not letting me copy.
Ah!
Here's what I wanted. Look, I have an image and everything.
I had this prepared.
I did.
You are not prepared.
No, I was. It just wouldn't
Okay.
copy because fucking
My bad.
Google. Fucking Google.
Fucking
Uh,
Google. Ooh. Oh.
So we're 3 punk bitches with mohawks.
Uh, so, the Swede is, you know, you're pretty stereotypical, fair-skinned, blonde-haired, blue eyes. Although you assume that the blue has a bit of, uh, let's say, non-natural uh, history to it. As you can see, they've got sort of the short hair, the undercut. They're wearing a slight gold coat over a golden dress that hangs off their neck, falling down. Aside from the eyes and the ears, the only visible cybernetics on the Swede is that their right hand is chrome. And for such a nice place, it seems odd how archaic it is. It's definitely an older model on their arm. And it looks like something took it off, as in they have 3 fingers and the thumb. They're missing the pinky, and it doesn't look like it was designed that way. It looks like it was removed or cut off.
Would we?
Yes.
Would we know the Swede beforehand, or is this the first
by
time?
reputation.
Did we know it was? She was. I'm assuming. Sorry, that's a bad assumption. She? Question mark.
They go by they.
Okay. Do we know?
Yeah, don't be NB-phobic, PK.
I'm sorry.
I'm literally from Turf Island.
Oh God.
To be fair, it got bombed pretty bad, so.
What's left of Turf Island?
Did we know that they are beautiful before coming into this excursions meeting?
So, beauty's a weird thing in Night City, as in most anyone with any sort of cash, and even plenty of those that don't, all look pretty good. Because there's no taboo for cosmetic surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So meeting beautiful people is a very common occurrence.
That was also my question too. We're in New Europe. You said New.
No, you're in Night City. You're in
it's in
Little Europe.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. If we're in Night City.
Yeah, you're in the Little Europe section of Night City, so the upper left of the main part.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I will pull up the map and post again for reference.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Because it's what I have in one of my tabs. Yeah, so you're in Little Europe, which is upper left of the main hub.
The greenest of green.
Yes. And they rise to meet you. Hello, you two are my distinguished guests of the evening, I presume.
I completely stumbling over words.
I apologize for me companion's horniness. Yes, we are.
Excuse me, I can handle myself.
Yes, that's why you were stammering like a little fucking schoolgirl. Anyways, we heard there was a job.
Please pull out a chair and sit. With us, may I interest you in some drinks and/or canapes?
Please.
I'll have a juice box.
Oh, now it's cool to have a juice box.
actually wanted to give you the margarita.
Oh, well, you should have
I'll
just
just-
let me order then. Excuse me,
I shoulda.
my manners, my manners. I would love a drink.
Uh, the Swede calls in a server, different one than whom you met. This one, a smaller, redheaded lass. And without even any perception checks, they're not trying to hide it here. They're obviously packing. This is not just a waiter, but clearly a bodyguard as well. And she comes in, takes your drink orders.
What?
Yes.
What time? Can I ask what time period is this? After the events of Cyberpunk 2077?
No, you're in the year 2045, baby.
Okay.
So this is right after the Fourth Corpo War. Johnny Silverhand and fuck, what's his name?
Oh, fuck, what's his name?
The guy that did actual most of the work.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
But the people did the assault on Arasaka Tower, which let's not call it a success.
Not a total failure, but not a total success.
Yeah. It was definitely a blaze. Let's leave it that way.
Fuck yeah, mate.
For it, so Samurai's doing better than ever and all of that.
Okay, good. Samurai is still a thing, or is a thing.
Well, the records are. The band itself, well, no more Silverhand and all of that.
PK definitely has a samurai tattoo on her left forearm.
Is Samurai a popular band then?
Popular is an interesting word. They are well known, but it is very much so the punk scene.
They are probably the only modern music that Mary fucking adores.
Johnny Silverhand is known to not like the man.
Yeah, Mary's fucking way behind that. She'd be a groupie if he was still alive.
PK is still a groupie.
So, thank you for meeting with me. It is good to see some fresh faces. You both are getting a bit around town. I've heard of some of the escapades. I do like the flair for the dramatic.
Then you will
over
love
towards the queen.
The queen over there.
Oh, please, I get too much paparazzi as it is, PK. I appreciate it, though.
You get no paparazzi. Get the fuck out of here.
But the job I have for you might need, need is pushing it,
Rogue.
but could
Sorry, that's
possibly
the name.
use, thank you, a bit of a, let's say, more subtle touch. And when the drinks come, the waitress also hands over a little synth screen for you to look off of.
No chip?
With some of the details. Nope, no
Okay.
chip. Everything specifically hardware.
Good. Does anyone look like a typical netrunner around us? Like, I'm assuming there's people surrounding us that are probably part of her group, but look like civilians type deal?
Give me an... So you are looking specifically for someone who looks like a netrunner.
Yes.
Give me a perception. DC, we'll call it 15.
Where is perception?
It is under awareness.
Awareness. Thank you. You said 15?
You know what? Give it a 13.
Oh, I got a 15.
Okay.
Nice.
So you look around. You make out at least two more obvious guards in the area. You don't see anyone that appears to be a net runner nearby, although you also would know just from experience that most net runners don't want to be out
Oh, yeah.
walking around while they're doing their job.
I would say. Oh, I guess I was also seeing if there's any, like, the eyes fluttering, maybe any specific mods that are specific to net running that I may just kind of glimpse at.
Nothing that you are seeing from any of the people visibly, although those are pretty easy to hide unless
Yeah.
they got some real archaic tech going.
Can I look around to see what the general demeanor of people towards us is? Like, see the impression that we've made so far, particularly with the Swede?
Give me, we'll call it a streetwise check.
Alrighty.
We'll go DC 13, which is kind of the common low end.
Alright, you said it was a DC 13?
Yes.
I would pass it even on a 1, but I got a 6, so that's a total of 22.
Okay. Most people at this point seem ambivalent. You're contracted workers, essentially, and the Swede's not exactly new to the game. There's been plenty of young up-and-comers that have walked through these doors that haven't walked in ever again. There's also been plenty that have. They might be taking bets on which ones you are.
Can I tell generally where those bets are hanging?
That's what I was going to ask.
You said you had a 22?
22 total.
It's mostly mental calculations here. They think you probably got a chance of walking away after this one. Anyone who's aware of what's about to be asked, which doesn't appear to be many people.
I don't think anyone but PK notices as Mary relaxes just a little bit.
PK takes a mental note.
If you are to pick up the synth screen, you will notice the sort of faux schematics of a land car. A nice, regular old land vehicle. But we aren't talking, your four-door sedans. We're talking luxury. We're talking speed. We're talking style.
It's a Mitsubishi. Well, actually, canonically, still fucking around in this universe.
The Swede says as you're looking things over. So, from my understanding, neither of you have a, let's say, good feelings towards the corporations.
Fuck them corpos!
I love the mental image of Mary just quietly saying "fuck them" as PK just practically gets up and yells "fuck them corpos."
Oh, PK is definitely not the quiet type.
Mary's just going to grin slightly at PK's reaction. We accidentally made characters that meshed very well together, Jim. I'm proud of us.
I'm also I didn't have much planned, so I was kind of just gonna spontaneous on the moment and it's working.
That's what we're here for. I duly noted. But today's employer would like for us to do a bit of uh, robbery, a bit of a caper, if you would. We have heard through several channels that Aerodyne is coming out with a new experimental model.
Ooh.
So experimental, in fact, that is supposed to blow away all of the current land records for, you know, non-AVs. The employer would like to get a hold of a copy of those schematics.
Just the schematics, not the prototype?
We have not heard of a prototype being in the area, although if there happened to be one, that would be most fortunate if you were to take a hold of it.
We'll keep an eye out, but oh, sorry.
Uh, but what we have is there is a warehouse, a garage, if you would, over in the upper marina. And it is little more than a front for one of Aerodyne's testing labs. What our employer would like for you to do is get in, snatch those schematics, and make a clean getaway. They're not looking for a firefight. They're trying to avoid any blood, as that tends to raise more suspicion of things. A nice, quiet job, if you would.
We can do quiet.
Quiet's my middle name. As she yells
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
If there is a
Right.
prototype, we'll try to sneak it out as well, but I imagine it's more important to give you the instruction book than to slap a car on your roof and say, "Hey, chump, we're right chuffed. Have at her, mate. Reverse engineer it."
The schematics are certainly the main thing. If there was a prototype that you could get away cleanly, uh, I think we could do a bit of negotiating or a bit of a bonus, as it were.
If we're able to confirm whether or not there's a prototype, particularly if there is a prototype that we can confirm, would that be worth a bonus in and of itself? It would let you know how far your enemy's been coming, progress they've made, and how quick you gotta get on this, and how many resources you should put towards beating the competition.
Well, if such a thing were to exist, any information would be beneficial. Obviously, the thing that would go for the most amount would be the prototype itself, were it to exist. Although, if you could not secure such a thing, uh, if you wanted to make a light and sound stage show out of it, uh, so long as none of the security guards bite the dust, I think the employer would be, how do you say, pleased.
Alright, chuffed to hear that then. We'll keep an eye out for the extra credit, but our main efforts will be getting you the main job. Ain't that right, PK?
Oh, yeah, of course. We got this. Schematics first, prototypes second. And a potential light show. But no blood.
We'll try for the extra credit, but those schematics are good as yours.
Fantastic. I take it this is a deal then?
You got a deal.
Pitter patter, let's get fucking at it.
Wonderful. We have an arrangement. You have 7 days to get this job done. If it is not done within 7 days, we will assume you have either failed or have died. No offense, it is just in the spirit of Night City, and we will pass the bounty on to someone else.
It's
I'd
part of
assume
the
both.
job. It's part of the job. I understand. I would not take that personal. But if we don't get it done in 7 days, we're dead. We don't fail. We're dead. We either die or we succeed. That's it.
I mean, I haven't died enough times to be able to say that with any amount of accuracy, but I think PK's about right.
I don't fail.
Talking to the fucking queen, mate. We're speaking the same language.
Well, thank you for your time. We shall not waste any more of it, I think, and start our preparations.
That is wonderful for me to hear. I wish for your success. If not, I will light candles at your graves.
That's an honor. Thank you.
That's really appreciated. And, it's pretty clear Mary is absolutely genuine when she says that. She wasn't expecting that level of warmth.
I mean, in this city. Oh, also really quick to add a little bit to my character, there is a bunch of spray paint cans like attached to her belt.
Fantastic.
I fucking love it, mate.
And in downtime, she kind of flips one and shakes them quite often. Just to add a little more flair to my character.
I assume all sort of neon fucking colors.
Oh, absolute, like the synthiest of synths colors. Pinks, blues, a little bit of yellow, neons, all of it. As much as she could fit on a belt. Let's be real.
Got it.
Jim, can it be canonical that the night that Mary and PK became friends, they tagged like the entire side of a bridge? And Mary, of course, drew a massive rendition of Freddie Mercury.
Of course, yes, absolutely. I probably put
Figaro.
I probably
fucking
put
Leo, bitches.
I probably put a synth background behind Freddie Mercury, like the sunset and the city behind it.
Oh god, it's like the New York skyline.
Probably.
I can't tell whether that's an honor or blasphemy, but either way, I approve.
Oops.
Yes, back to current times.
So you finish the sort of meeting in the pre-dawn hours with the Swede. And you have the location of your assignment. What do you do?
I love that. I mean, so we have 7 days. Is prep time like a huge thing in this system? Like, is it kind of like Blades in the Dark, where like prep time is like one?
Oh.
Nope. It's not like that.
Are you
Welcome
back?
back.
Hello?
Alright, that was weird.
Yeah.
Where were you going before you got iced?
Yeah.
Right to the fucking throne, mate. Is prep time like an important thing in this setting? I mean, system, like, are we going to, in character, like, have the next, like, few days be, like, getting our shit together, getting our tools and stuff? Or is this something that, like, we can head straight to with what we have on our backs?
If you want, you can head right to it. Because this is a one-shot, I didn't prepare additional money or anything for you to pick up additional items. Assume you can get a hold of, basic shit. if you want, but you two got what's on your character sheet and your skill sets. No, not to say that there's not things you couldn't do during that time to potentially make your life a bit easier.
And which zone did the Swede say this was in again?
It's in the upper marina. It is a garage warehouse area, so it's probably a warehouse, or a garage disguised as a warehouse.
I'm gonna look. My first goal right now is to kind of look at the area. Like, is it public? Is it like very isolated by itself? Do cars drive? Like, maybe get maybe like a feed of like like a camera feed or something to see if it's kind of like civilians drive by it a lot. Just kind of the general. Is this by itself like spooky warehouse type deal, or is it like, people just kind of walk by kind of in the area type deal?
Also, are employees going in and out at all, or is it like, is no one entering or exiting?
So here's my question to you two: how are you doing this?
I mean, Mary's gonna suggest that the first night is a stakeout, because what Mary wants to do is see if there are any employees that go in and out, and if there are, kidnap whoever goes out, like, on their way home. I think that spending a few days, like, tracking someone to get a way in is the safest way to do this. But also, Jim's question is really important because, like, if people are not going by it, then that is, like, if this place seems abandoned, then my idea is right out.
So, what's the infrastructure like in this city? Like, would I be able to easily kind of just hack into, like, the camera grid system by, like, certain stuff, like, intersections and stuff?
Perhaps by going through the computers and God's blind spot, by creating a back door, lubing up and vigorously entering it.
You would have to be near location.
Okay.
You would have to physically jack in.
Well, is there any
like Mega Man X?
Is there any information on like what's like just like on the net, like what's surrounding? Is there like, or is it by itself type deal? Like
it is what we would make out as a warehouse district.
Okay, so it's not just like, boom, here's this warehouse by itself.
No.
There's like multiple warehouses.
Not a conspicuous single warehouse.
Yeah.
There in the distance. No. It's not a warehouse like on either end. It's somewhere sort of in the middle of all of the hubbub. It is not a heavily trafficked area. For it is known, just because the warehouses are known to get kind of rough due to maelstrom involvement.
Fuck.
For us, so there is not a lot of traffic. However, it is an area that sees, the cops and potentially Militech more often than some other parts of the city, at least in the more civilized areas. There would be known cameras around, although how useful they are at this point in time, you'd have to go and see.
Mm. Well, I think day one is, let's take a trip, shall we?
Right, you all, mate.
Do we have a car, Jeremy?
I'm saying yeah.
Okay.
Now,
It's probably not anything great.
Oh, I assume shitbox that just gets us here and there.
It's basically a rusted Ford Focus, but yes.
Do we each have a car? Or is it like
British rock singer? Do you think I have a car of my own, mate?
That answers your question.
well, This is awkward.
Actually used to have a lot of liquid assets, but it turns out when you burn your lucrative rock star career to the ground and fake your death, it goes away.
Well, my car's kind of obvious. We may not want to take my car.
I mean, why do we have to take a car? There's a lot of foot traffic in the city.
How
A lot
far?
of people can't afford a vehicle after they cram the fuck up.
I guess the question is, how far are we from this warehouse district?
It would be.
I think we'd want to take a car there. It's the next district to the right, but
Yeah,
it's long enough that I wouldn't want to walk.
it would be a long walk.
All right. Okay.
And it's a long walk through Night City at night.
Is it night now? I guess is another next question.
It would be night to early morning, depending on how you want to talk about time.
Okay.
I say tonight we drive to a nearby alleyway, perfect for the last half mile or so. After we park your car somewhere where it won't get broken into, stolen, nothing like that. And just sort of watch the warehouse all casual like for about an hour or two. Make sure we don't look too obvious. And hopefully find a place where you can potentially jack in the next night.
That would be wonderful. I'm going to change really quickly.
Oh mate, we've all been trying to change, but it's harder than it sounds.
You and your fuck. What word was I gonna use?
Euphemisms?
Yes. I literally meant clothing, my dear.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were trying to become a better person.
We're in Night City. There's no such thing as a better person.
But speaking of change, I suppose you're right. We should be a little bit more careful. And what's a normal techno skin color? Like, is Rebecca's like light blue in Edge Runners like a normal thing? Because it looks like it's probably pretty normal.
God damn it, Jeremy.
It stands out a smidge, but we're talking slightly uncommon. If only because getting a full body skin change like that is a tiny bit pricey.
Fair. Alright, well, I really want to make use of the skin color thing, but I also don't literally want to do blackface.
Yeah, it's also not Voodoo Boys territory, so...
I mostly just want to make sure that I don't immediately look like myself and that I can, like, tease my hair into, like, a good position. And I basically want to, when we're, like, scoping the place out, I want to look like a corpo in a suit and everything. Light blue skin. My circuitry is still, like, a red associated with Arasaka. No, wait, that's a bad idea. What corporation is making this car again? I heard it, but I forgot it.
Aerodyne.
Aerodyne. I knew it started with an A still.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to dress like one of their people. No, I'm gonna go for a more generic look. That looking like one of their people slacking off outside the warehouse actually is probably more suspicious. But I'll have light blue skin for it, and I'm not gonna look like the queen at all. I'll look like some corpo thug. And as I leave my axe/guitar in the in PK's car the first night, I'll let out a single tear. I'm sorry, Rhapsody. Mama will be back for you. We'll shred again.
And there you are, dressed like what you hate the most.
Sometimes you gotta act like a drone to take out the king.
You look like a fucking corpo cunt.
Yeah, I do, you fucking cunt.
God damn it, do I gotta look like one of those scumbags too?
No, if we both look like corpo cunts, they're gonna be looking for corpo cunts. Gotta look like completely different kinds of cunts. These are probably people that have never looked at a cunt, so it's a perfect camouflage.
All right, you're overusing the word cunt again.
Don't tell me that, you cunt.
I thought you said that they were British, not Australian.
I'm going for a Billy Butcher vibe.
Well,
I
you
love
know,
it.
I can't argue with that one.
Ooh.
I'm also leaving my heavy pistol behind. I would take it with me, but I saw the no conceal note. And while I love that over like a light pistol, during this part, I am actually trying to be stealthy.
Yeah, I probably would just go in like all like kind of just normal Night City look with like whatever hat is in fashion at this point. Looking very not recognizable like I normally am, which is very hard for PK.
Oh, Jim, actually, do you want to coordinate on an overall plan in character real quick?
Yeah. Yes.
Alright, PK. And I imagine this is like on the way, like, if you're like in kind of a van, then, Mary is just like literally changing into the suit, like standing up in the back, like occasionally being like, hey, fucking watch the road, whenever like she like almost stumbles from the road. And she's just going to talk to PK. Alright, mate, so I think I'm gonna be turning on the charm. I don't know if we're going to be doing much tonight, but I'm gonna keep this get-up on for the next night, a couple of nights if I have to. And I'm gonna try to make a friend if I can. Talk to some poor corpo wage slave and see if I can get him to come to a bar with me. I'm trying to be quiet about this, right, PK?
Quiet is key in this one, and why I think I may step back and see what the grid is like around here. What the, you know, because let's be honest, a face like this, and I'll gesture, kind of like smiling, all Aurora style, if you will.
It's too beautiful to hide. We all know it, mate.
I know, so I might not be. I'm. Let's just say I'm a little more recognizable than most.
Same here, but I'm able to disguise it.
Yeah,
What I'm
I
thinking
could
is-
just do this, and I'll shift my color of my eyes back and forth.
Very pretty, mate. And Mary will do the same with her hair.
Ooh.
But she has turned pitch black for this, and teased to look like actually a fairly normal, like short hair, obviously, because she's rocking a mohawk. She can't do everything.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna tease it into a short hair, like corporate, like. She looks like a butch lesbian corpo bitch, basically. I'm gonna see if I can get my friend, that I'll make, be like, oh yeah, management's been fucking shite lately, mate. Now, PK, I want you to try to find a little bit of information about what managers might be people I could bitch about. And when I get him alone, I want to try to slip his fucking... Are there ID cards, or is it all digital by now? I know that...
It is pretty much all digital.
I'm gonna see if I can slip his device from him. And
you have that
flip
reader.
it to you. And then, at the end of the night, I'll find it. I'll bring it back to him. Oh, mate, it's such a good thing that fucking Dennis didn't find out you fucking dropped it. I found it right over there by the entrance. Glad no cyberpunks fucking got their hands on it. Well, then, you've already copied his information. And Mrs. Mercury is an employee of Aerodyne Systems, if you ken what I mean.
I see what you're saying, Chumba.
Right, y'all say that on this side of the river.
Yep.
On this side of the pond. Whatever you say, Chumba.
Just, you know what? Let's keep it to if you're born here. That seems so awkward out of your mouth.
Thanks, Bonnie.
Jeremy.
Yo.
Are, like, records of who works there, like, maybe, like, the top. You know how like right now, if I were to go on like certain websites, like for companies, I could be like, oh, this is the manager. Oh, this is the CEO. Oh, this person works here. Is there anything like that in Night City?
Depends on what you're trying to get into. For this particular warehouse, no, because it's a warehouse company.
Yeah.
To be fair, Mary is not a net runner, so I'm sure that like parts of this plan was basically Mary telling PK, "All right, so you're going to magically hack into their mainframe as all net runners can easily do after I turn it off and turn it back on. I know technology, great."
Yes, magic. That's exactly what it is. I think you've been reading too
Perfect.
much of that, Twilight or whatever the kids are reading nowadays.
As if you could outrun me. The chills I got when I heard that line. Team Edward for life.
Wow. Fucking wow.
I can improvise. What can I say?
Is there like a record of Aerodyne's like just general like CEO or
Yeah,
higher ups?
you can see all of the higher ups.
Is there anyone that like any of the higher ups that are in this area or no? Or known to?
There is no way you
Okay.
could determine that. Okay, I guess a cryptography check will go for a DC 20.
I mean, also the first night we're scoping it out, so even if you fail this, like, not like we're locked out of our plan if you fail this.
Oh no, I'm just trying to. Okay, so just to give you an idea, I am trying to get you as much information for when you need to talk to anyone that comes out, so you're not just like, oh yeah, how about our boss Hector Gonzalez III?
Exactly. Yeah, you succeeding this is very good for me. So I'm really praying for it.
Did you say DC 20?
Yeah.
You said cryptography.
Yep.
All right,
I asked DC.
I got a 20.
Oh fuck yes!
Okay.
PK, you're indispensable.
So you, through, just following down all sorts of different pipelines down here through the net. This takes a decent chunk of time. This is not easy information to come by for it. But you have heard sightings of the VP of Operations for Aerodyne Corporations. Let's call him Jason Butler.
Jason Butler.
Jason Butler.
I'm just
like
gonna.
jackass Asler.
Has been spotted around the area that you're talking about. A bit weird for such a suit to be seen in this part of town.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'll be right back.
How dare you? So how's it going?
Pretty good. So while the people we're staying with are on vacation, we've been taking care of their cats.
Yes.
And as a result of them missing their main family, they already liked me and Chris a lot because we're sweethearts and cats love us automatically. But now they're just like, no, you're my replacement mom for the week.
Mom.
On my days off, so the old one, Callie, got used to me feeding her at 5 a.m. when I work. And now she's so used to it that on my days off, she'll come in the room and start meowing at 5 a.m. So I have not gotten to sleep in.
Oof.
It's not a bad thing. I actually prefer waking up early.
I get
I
it.
generally sleep pretty early too, so.
I can't lie. Same.
Yeah, this came up because she just randomly came into the room I'm in and flopped on her back, and now I'm legally obligated to pet her.
Yes, you
I
are.
mean, yeah.
Sorry, I
Never
really
thought
had to
you'd
go
see
to the
about you the
bathroom.
whole time.
Oh, I heard everything.
Fucking kitties.
It's like that Jim. I bet he doesn't even have a mohawk in real life.
Not
Was
yet. Not yet.
You look good with one, man.
Thank you. Alright, sorry. God damn it, Chris, you would do a celebration stream in 20 minutes, offer me to join in, I'm not be able to and not plan.
Man.
It's all good.
That bitch.
I told him
How dare
if
you.
he's on after we're done with this, I'll jump in, but I ain't gonna cancel on you guys.
Appreciate that. Might hop in as well if if he's still going.
I'll hop in, call him an output, and then leave. All right, so you have some bit of information. You would presume that he is not technically the boss of this place, but he is sort of like, a visit from the GM type of thing.
Okay, so he visits every so often type deal. Gotcha.
Yeah. He's only been spotted here within the past 2 weeks, actually.
Okay.
Alright, so I can bring up his name, see the reaction, and see where to go from there if I manage to get myself a buddy. KO, indispensable, like I said. And I think for the first night after that, we're just scoping it out. So I guess Marianne will spend the first night, not being too close, but, smoking a cigarette, a couple blocks down or as close as she can get, while still, watching things.
All right. PK, did you want to try and jack into some of the
Kitty.
cameras in the area, street cams?
On the first day? If I
Just
can.
asking.
Yeah, if I can. If I see an access port or anything that I might be able to kitty cat.
Yeah, we're cat sitting them.
Kitties. Yeah, you can. I mean, it's Night City, baby. You can find an access port.
Then is there what am I trying to say? I guess in this system, is there for lack of better terms, trap ports where essentially if you jack in, you get a virus?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I think if that happens to a netrunner, you might die.
Yeah.
Of
course
is there?
things.
Yeah, I figured. Is there?
That's why people don't go on the old internet anymore.
Is there a way to before jacking in to see if it's clean, for lack
Give
of
me a
better.
security tech check.
Yeah.
Sorry for my friend PK jacking it in the street right now. On fire, psycho.
I'm checking in. Ugh.
I'm sorry. Which one is
Oh,
it?
PK.
Electronics / security.
Yeah, electronics / security.
What is this times 2?
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
We're at ×2.
Thank you. And what number am I rolling, or do you not want this known?
This is a secret roll.
Okay.
Ooh. Secret.
18.
Seems clean.
Nice.
Well, hopefully I don't die from this. Let's do
Luck,
it.
mate.
Jacking in.
Jacking in.
All right.
Gary's gonna
Uh,
keep an eye out and make sure no one comes near.
So you fade out as it normally would. You feel a bit safer knowing that the queen is nearby.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, you are very out in the open and very obviously doing
Yes.
what you're doing.
Oh, wait. Is it crowded where I'm at?
No,
Okay.
no, you're stakeout night. Once again, this is not a well-traveled area.
Is there obvious cameras at this access point?
Uh,
Oh, wait. I'm in a disguise, so, like...
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about cameras right now. Sorry, continue.
Okay, so you come to, and you have a couple of options as the sort of bluish cyberspace background hits you. You can try to form a backdoor to get through without, leaving a trace, or you can try to bust down the front door.
Well, I did take a worm capability. So, let's do the back door. We don't want to brute
Okay.
force the first day. I will say PK's very much let's use the front door last. Just because of how obvious it is.
Just fucking shove your way through that fucking back door. Jam it right in there.
Which worm did you take?
Oh, there's an option.
Okay, the worm. Sorry.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to make the worm go. So for a back door check, please give me D10 plus your interface.
Where's my interface? Where is interface?
We'll just call it a cyber tech check.
Cyber tech check. Ooh, that's not bad. 21.
21. This ain't the best part of the city. You can get in pretty cleanly.
Okay. So I will do my magic as it's been noted to get in cleanly and see what I could get.
Don't worry, I'll be back here in meat space keeping an eye on you.
I appreciate that. That makes this a lot easier. Keep my mind
I know
calm.
that only because I pulled up a glossary of cyberpunk slang to mix into my words. Meat space.
I respect.
Respect. Alright, so you can get a pretty good view of the outsides from these cameras. It is honestly kind of uneventful. There are, some people coming, some people going. They tend to leave in groups, like shifts are up. From not just the warehouse you're aware of, but the surrounding ones as well. If you didn't know any better, you would assume that this is just your regular run-of-the-mill warehouse.
So it's just typical, right? There's shipping docks, office kind of area. Or is there windows, I guess I should say?
They're sort of like the higher up windows, like you would see on a lot of like the prefab warehouses.
Okay. And from these cameras, can I tell how many stories this warehouse is?
They appear to be probably 3 stories, or like the 2.5-story thing.
And then what else am I looking for in this? So is there an obvious place for like office area? I guess is the word I'm looking for, or is it all just look kind of like everything looks like docks?
It's hard to tell. For the warehouse, you would assume at the back
Okay.
of it. You can't get a good angle from the street, but you assume that there is a back entrance.
Okay.
And you do note that most of the warehouses appear to have working cameras on them.
I'm assuming it's on its own separate grid,
Yeah.
and I have to get really close to get into that one.
You'd have to get a bit closer, yeah.
Okay. Is there a power grid in? Well, I guess it would probably be on its own power grid, but the question still remains: is there a power grid for this area?
Yes, it's not something you'd have access to.
Didn't think so, but had to ask.
Yeah, fucking with the entire power grid in a cyberpunk setting, yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping it'd be a little bit like America, you know.
Night City is many things, they're not that inept.
It's not run by Wilsons. Another bit of cyberpunk slang I just read. It means a dum-dum.
And
You're a
then
Wilson.
is there like only one entrance and exit, or is there multiple?
There is the like big warehouse style doors near the front. You see a couple of side entrances, and you presume that there is at least one entrance around back.
I apologize. I should have also been more specific too. I would like to also see: is there one or more entrances for like streets, like to get to this building itself? Like, is it on a cul-de-sac type deal, or is it on like a road that has 3, 4 entrances to like its parking lot per se?
There are a row of multiple warehouses.
Okay, so
Each one has like its own little section. There's chain link fences in between, but everyone in Night City knows those are mostly for show.
yeah. And my maybe last question, which escaped my mind. Shit. Oh, damn it. I'm assuming. Okay, that was my question. There's no. Is there any guards on the outside? Like anyone standing, just kind of chilling? Any weapons? Any obvious military or police or security with, guns? Any obvious chrome? Any sardines per se? Which, in case you didn't know,
No.
is a powered armor trooper.
And that's way worse than Razorhead.
None of that. You see, workers come out for a smoke break. Some of them are packing, some of them aren't. It's mostly just considered good practice to have a firearm or some form
It's
of
Night City.
self-defense.
I
Yeah.
assume any of the ones that don't have some sort of chrome that is probably worse. Assumption.
It's distinctly possible.
Yep.
You're probably not in the mood to try and find out.
No. I just assumed that for PK's safety.
But no turrets, no obvious cops, nothing like that. This is while it is a corpo stronghold, it is not a main. It's an offshoot. It's a bit underground, and as much as you may hate the corpos, they're not dumb enough to give away a hiding place.
Yes, of course. And I'm not. So, just to clarify, I do hate corpos, but I know enough to respect them to the point of, like, I know they're not just gonna be like, here's all our shit. Here, just being completely idiots. Like, I understand that. But fuck them corpos.
You can presume that even if there is no visible security in any of these warehouses, big corpo or not, there's probably some sort of security on the inside.
Yeah. And
whether that just be access to slightly stronger firearms or if it's a higher tech, there might be some drones or armed guards.
Okay, and then 2 more questions I have. 1, what is the closest building? Like, how close is the closest building, I should say?
To what?
The one that has the prototype in it. Schematics. That were the one I'm scouting.
So, how close is the closest building to that?
Yeah, because essentially my thought is if I'm kind of planning, right? So I kind of want to see if shit were to go down and really bad, like, oh no, like we fucked up majorly and I'm leaving Night City type deal, would the other building security also step in time, or would I have enough time to kind of escape if I could somehow escape this building?
Everywhere is fairly jam-packed.
Okay.
You're looking at no more than probably 50 meters in between and a chain link fence.
Okay. And then my last question is it obvious that there's a basement or no?
There is no visible way to tell. You don't see any docking bays or anything.
Yeah, I was just making sure there wasn't like a downward docking bay or a stairs that I see leading downward or anything. I was just making sure there wasn't any obvious.
Nothing visible from the exterior.
Okay. And then I guess, is there a way to find the blueprints online of like how we could go to the library per se and be like, hey, let's pull up how some of them are public access? I'm assuming no, but I want to ask.
No.
Okay, I just wanted to ask.
I appreciate it. No corpo's giving that away.
I understand. I am trying to be as thorough as possible in my search.
Oh no, I understand and I support your decision making here.
I know enough about the world.
At some point they did, and I'm sure at some point it bit them in the ass.
Yeah, and they probably scrubbed it. Alright, Matt. I think, and I'll kind of... Can I talk while accessing?
No, you are zoned.
Okay. Now, so I guess the question is, I know PK would know, but Jim doesn't know. If I were to jack out, would it be easier? Yeah, right. To go back in, will that pathway still be there, or would I have to essentially open up a new?
You have the worm until someone closes it, and gets rid of the worm. It is going to remain pretty good for you.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of jack out really quick and be like, all right, and relay all the information I found to Marianne, the Queen. And
good fucking work, PK.
Do you need any more information? I would like to go back to close the worm to kind of make sure no one knows that we were here.
Didn't realize that going through the back door was quite so literal, but yeah, put away your worm, mate.
Alright, just making sure, because I think I got a lot, but sometimes a second mind is good, even if they don't understand the intricacies of netrunning. Which I can show you sometime, if you would like.
I'm sorry, mate. I was dreaming that my best mate PK was trying to teach me to be a nerd.
Hey, watch it, Choom.
You're right, Jim. I'm a nerd in my own way. Just my way got me laid a lot.
Fuck off, and I'm gonna jack back in. Can I close the worm myself?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna close the worm and then jack out.
All right, mate.
Don't want to leave any traces. Can I see if there's, like, my own trace?
I mean, you'd have to do checks on it, but yeah.
Alright, I would like to make a check to see if, like, there's any remnants of me being here.
Give me a security check.
21.
I mean, there's video evidence.
Yeah. Could I delete that? Or, like, make a closed loop, I get? Like, so... Can I make a closed loop of, like, however long it took me to cut me out there? And, like, kind of just do the loop and then continue on to after I leave. So, like, I don't exist.
You will be able to do it for anyone that was not watching you
Yeah.
do the initial thing.
I'm just kind of
which
hoping.
Probably is not a lot of people.
Yeah,
so-
I'm kind of this is PK's assumption here, just to give you a little inside my brain mentality. Is I'm assuming since it's a little later, it's not nothing has happened in this area. I guess I should have looked that up before doing this, but whatever. I'm just gonna ignore that statement. I'm just assuming that no one's actively watching. I just want to make sure I'm not there if someone were to go back. Well, we're not there if someone were to go back and look through
you
the.
can do that.
Okay.
You rolled high enough that I'm not going to make you roll for that.
All right. I'm gonna do that then. That way, we don't exist. It's kind of scary, my knowledge of cyberpunk.
That's just a system you like,
Yep.
or a
yeah.
world you like. All right, so you've got some information. What are the plans for now?
I mean, for this first night, Marianne's only gonna do one thing, and that's, well, I guess two things. Keep an eye on PK, keep an eye on the warehouse. So, can I just, keep an eye, like, see what I find from just looking at the warehouse and seeing people come in and out, see if there's anyone, like, in particular that, I can read as being, like, kind of new on the job?
Give me a give me a perception check.
Alrighty.
Regular perception.
Trying to find it on the sheet. It'd be under awareness.
It's under social skills, actually.
Oh.
Oh, wait, no.
So normal perception is, so that's 14 for normal perception.
Yeah, that's why I want. The way I'm zoomed right now, persuasion looks like perception. A 14. No one is reading you as new. For it, you see once again couple of workers come out, smoke breaks. You can't get too close without being probably a bit obvious.
Is there anyone that looks at least vaguely like me? Or vaguely like someone I could make myself look like?
There are not a lot of people rocking the same hardware that you
Right.
have.
Back to the plan of stealing someone's portable device so I can try to get PK to copy their SIN to get in. Or whatever internal identification they use for this company. But yeah, that's all I do tonight.
Okay, so we have done a fairly successful first night scope. Or so it appears.
And the next night is when I wanted to start trying to find someone like at the end of their shift to take to a bar. So I kind of want to wait for Jim to get back first, though.
I'm back.
Hey. So let's see. So PK provided a lot of information. We have escape routes. We know what the general layout is. We know that it's kind of surrounded. Did you say it was surrounded by urban areas or just other buildings?
Other warehouses.
So there's a lot of space to get lost in. And are they all owned warehouses? I think it was mentioned, but I can't quite remember.
Yes, none of them appear to be abandoned.
So we have places to hide, but we have to be really careful about it. So Marianne's going to wait. I think the second night, Marianne's trying to see if anyone's like coming out that's like at the end of their shift.
So out of curiosity, how are you approaching them? Because I mean, there are people that come and go at the end of their shift. Second shift gets done around 10 o'clock, midnight.
I think Marianne, I think that, how do I phrase this? As like someone's like leaving the warehouse and like getting into a bit more of like the general crowd. I know there isn't like a much of a crowd, but Marianne's gonna try to kind of use other people as cover to seem less suspicious, and try to like sidle up next to whoever is like clearly going home for the day, and try to strike up conversation.
I will say for the area you're in, there's almost no way for this to not be suspicious.
And that's kind of what I was worried about.
Now, you could try to tail someone and see if they're going for, a drink after work or something.
Is the kind of break area, like, is it somewhere that I have to go through security checkpoints to get to?
I mean, it's an open setting on a private property.
Kind of what I thought.
There's not really security there, but it would be weird.
Trying to think of a way to use my social skills advantageously. I think I can get away with more bullshit than most people, but I do want to make this seem as not fucking obviously suspicious or weird as possible.
Hey, I know we're in a apartment warehouse complex, but you want to go get beer sometime?
That's kind of why I was trying to find someone at the end of their shift, so...
Yeah, so once again, to set the scene, you have, your sort of front gates, parking lot, which is not large, and then warehouse. And it's not like people go walking around in this area of town.
I think right now the best
No.
option is to tail someone, right? After they're done with their shift?
I don't want to leave a body or kidnap anyone.
No, not kidnap. What if they go to a bar after work?
I mean, that's a possibility, but I mean, what if they're a brain potato or something? What if they just go home and use synths to get their rocks off at the end of the day? What if they don't even listen to good music like Samurai or Queen?
I don't think I've heard such blasphemous sentence.
Believe it or not, there are people that ignore both of those equally influential bands in the real world.
Wake the fuck up, Samurai.
We got a city to burn. Also, that sentence... Oh, wait, no, that was in 2077. That didn't happen yet. Shit!
Yep.
Damn it! No!
I'm sure that'll catch on someday.
You
I
might
want-
not understand, but your kids will love it.
I
And,
really wanted that tattooed, but I realized that that's not possible.
PK would know that the parking lot, I imagine, has cameras, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I will say, that is a lot riskier to do, to get into their camera feed.
I'll think that maybe you got the best idea then, mate, PK.
But remember, we do have 7 days. It's not enough time to get someone's real schedule pattern. I mean, they may go to bars on the 8th day and oh, oh, all right, I'm back. That was all in character.
Right.
Okay.
Here's my idea. There isn't like a central hub that PK could hack to like see traffic records, is there?
Government files like that. It'd be difficult and that one would alert people more than likely.
ProGov tends to at least have decent security. And I guess for the first night, I think for the first night, I think for the second night, Marianne's gonna chill near the parking lot, and I think she's actually gonna straight up hide somewhere where the cameras can't see her and people can't see her. And she's going to listen to conversations and see who's going, like if there are any groups going to a bar. Because I imagine if she stays there long enough, she'll catch at least one group of people that are like friends all going to a bar.
All right, so you are trying to avoid notice from both cameras and people. Am I hearing this correctly? Give me a stealth check.
All right, this is a very important stealth check.
This will be a DC, let's call it 17.
All right. So I rolled a natural 10. I want to make sure I barely make it. Which makes sense, because, yeah, this is a clearly high security area, and I'm not bad at stealth, so I think that was actually a very fair DC. I just got very lucky. I got an 18.
There we are. You are, astoundingly able, to get this done.
Was I able to get into a good position?
It's not great.
That's kind of what I thought. I think I still need to roll perception to make this work.
Yeah, so you can get relatively close, but it's not ideal, let's say. So give me a perception check. We'll call this a DC 15.
Funnily enough, I have the exact same chances of passing this. Okay. However, I do want to make a backup plan. It is helped by my buddy being a techie, a decker.
Wrong system.
Oh yeah, sorry, Netrunner. I'm going to activate my audio recorder.
Ooh.
Nice.
And if I fail this, then we can go through my audio recorder, and try to piece together the conversations. It'll be less reliable, but if I fail, we have a backup plan.
It's not in this game.
And I literally just succeeded. I rolled a 9.
Nice. Nice. So you are able to overhear some conversations. There is not a lot interesting going on here. It's, standard work bullshit. But you do overhear some people making plans to head over to this dive 2 days later.
Alrighty. I'm going to use my audio recorder since I activated it anyways. And I'm going to memorize over the next couple of days before I go to this bar. I'm going to try to memorize the names of some of the specific higher-ups. Because, I mean, this is a mega corporation that owns this warehouse. I doubt everyone knows everyone.
It is... So, it is a somewhat smaller warehouse. Here, many of the workers probably do know each other. Once again, this is more or less a secret facility.
That still works for me, because I can just pretend to be a new hire and use the information from my audio recorder to mostly remember a couple of the higher-ups. I think with my charisma, actually, it's more viable because I'm very good at pretending to be someone I'm not, to an extent.
Okay.
So, I think that Marianne, I mean, unless PK has anything to do over the next 2 days, I think Marianne's just going to gear up to be at the same bar as them, and get to the same table as them.
Is there a physical, like, computer in... Like, is it normal to use a physical computer in Night City?
Yeah, plenty of people have personal devices.
Alright, just because PK is so obvious... And they're going to a bar, right? I didn't mishear that?
Yeah.
Okay. Since PK is pretty obvious, she is going to just essentially kind of go with the queen, but like kind of stay in the corner, like on the computer, just as like in case shit goes wrong. Like PK is kind of paranoid, and I don't want to leave the queen alone.
Hey, PK,
Yeah.
they're gonna be a whole bunch of techies. They're gonna be... Some of them might even be netrunners themselves. And we have some private one-to-one text conversation via our, we have the kind of brain implants you see in edge runners where, like, they just kind of text each other.
That is pretty much standard.
So,
That's how phones work.
I'm going to be sending you all the information through my audio recorder, and if there's any terms you think I don't understand, explain them to me. Just assume that I'm the biggest fucking bollocks idiot in the world, the most fucking massive Wilson you've ever met. So that I can sound smart enough to be a newbie, but worthy of being chosen for this secret gig for our great corporate overlords. And she'll mockingly draw a cross on her chest. Praise Jeff Bezos.
God damn that cunt.
All my Musk for Musk. He live a long time.
You know, one day you're gonna say something like that, and I'm just gonna fry your brain.
I will deserve it, even if it's satirical.
You know, even satire, some things should just never be said.
That's fair.
So yeah, I will go kind of like... Well, it's a... Do we know if it's a private bar or is it a public bar?
No, it's a fucking dive.
Okay.
My guy, these are warehouse workers.
Sorry, I kind of spaced.
Oh, you're fine.
And I missed that part.
No, it's a fucking dive. They ain't doing anything fancy.
Okay. Then, so it wouldn't be weird, like, just people showing up is essentially... Like, I wasn't sure if it was a private, really. I was making sure of that.
No,
Okay.
no. This is a... I mean, it's a bar in Night City.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, plenty of people.
Cool.
Grayson stores.
And is it? I don't know. I guess I wouldn't know. Yeah, I'll still go, but I'll bring like a computer or something to kind of make sure I have something to keep back up, and I'm not just like there.
I think it makes sense, but correct me if I'm wrong, because I think Mary would know. It's not weird to have weapons, so I don't think I have to disarm upon going into the bar. Rhapsody might look a little bit weird, but I think it's not, like, I think having a weird weapon in this setting is the equivalent to having a quirky hairstyle in the real world.
The Rhapsody might stand out a little bit just because it is as bulky as it is. But, you know, people, probably give you some shit for it, but that's about it.
Yeah, it works into... I'm the newbie. I'm expecting to get some shit. I just want to please our corporate overlords. I'm a little bit strange about it. But my name is Rosie O'Donnell, and I'm a law-abiding sinner, like the rest of y'all. And even if I, have a bit of an interest in music, tech is my love. That's why I have a poster of Elon Musk that I frequently lick.
I have my work set up for me.
He's basically real-life Tony Stark.
Oh my god, I hate this.
Okay, I'll stop before I give Jim an aneurysm.
No, it's okay.
I'm over here, I'm fucking dying.
I kind of wish Chris was here to hear this. Oh wait, I could clip it and send it to him. I'm recording it.
I am fucking dying over here.
Same chum, same.
But yeah, I guess we go to that bar, and Rosie O'Donnell is going to seem a little bit awkward. Bide her time for a second. Maybe make eye contact with one of the people, and then just kind of. She should be a bit more subtle about it, she thinks, but she kind of awkwardly sidles up and whispers and just quietly says, "Hello, I'm sorry, I think that we're about to be co-workers. Please tell me that Jason Butler and that one manager, Mildred Mildwater, aren't as bad as they say. I mean, I've worked for this company for a few years, and it's a huge honor. If a few of the managers aren't the greatest, it really isn't a big problem."
Oh, you must be the fresh meat.
Guilty as charged, mate. I suppose they needed someone to get coffee, but I'd like to prove my tech skills as well. I've always loved working on cars and hardware, and I suppose I should be a bit more subtle about things. Sorry, subtlety's never been my strong suit. Never been a great at the subterfuge. But I'm so excited to work on this project. Sorry, I'm Rosie O'Donnell. Like you said, I'm the fresh meat.
You can call me Kevin McCarthy. You want to play that game, Athena? I will fucking play.
I love this.
You know what? Give me a human perception check. DC 13.
Alright,
A dog perception check?
Literally don't have... Is a 1 an auto fail?
Yeah.
And... Motherfucker.
You got a 1, didn't you?
The dice gods giveth and they taketh away. I was really fucking lucky to roll this system's equivalent of a nat 20 and nat 19. I had to get a 1.
You know?
At the skill I'm actually really good at. The ones I'm middling at, I have fucking aced. This one that I'm incredible at, I fucking fumbled.
So you're getting pretty into character here. And you see, as you're talking to Kevin here, there's a look that flashes across his face, like he's confused about something, but you miss over what?
Fuck. Okay, I hope I can still salvage this through pure riz. I think I can.
So you're coming on for the replacement. You think you can back it up? You know a lot about vehicles?
I'll be honest, mate. Yeah, I know a lot about vehicles. I wasn't aware I was replacing someone. They told me it was a new position, but I mean, miscommunications happened between the office.
Probably more corpo speak. On the up and up, the lad you're replacing happened to have a bad run-in with some maelstrom. They're one of the local chrome domes around here.
Ooh, that's really unfortunate, mate.
Yeah, he's looking to make a recovery, but company couldn't let production get down. Please give me an acting check.
All right.
Just so you don't burst into your fuck the corporations montage.
Fuck them corpos.
I'm not saying acting as a skill.
It's under performance. It's right above play instrument.
Oh shit. That really feels. No, I guess I could see why that isn't a social skill. That's right. My bass is really good. There aren't like an equivalent of hero points in the system,
There
is
are
there?
luck points. If you look over on the left-hand side, under your stats,
7 out of 7.
will and move, you can spend luck at a rate of 1 for 1. Technically, you're supposed to do it before rolling, but I don't give a shit about that.
Thank fuck, because I rolled another 1.
Athena! What the hell?
So
The last time I rolled. By the way, the last time I rolled 2 1s in a row, Nyx fucking died temporarily, so...
So, as a side note, they're not hero points, they're not rerolls. You spend to get over.
Okay, so I just succeed then.
It's like the cozy points for Chris's CNC
Which is
game.
really good, because the last time I rolled 1s in a row, I had to re-roll them and rolled 1s to replace my 1s.
It do be like that sometimes. Yeah, so DC is 13.
I literally passed that on a fucking 4.
Yep. So, spend as much luck as you need.
So I have to spend... Oh, okay, so I have to spend... Each point of luck is a boost of 1, and it overrides the natural 1?
Yeah, I'm going to allow it to, because I think that's more interesting.
You know what? That's fair. I have to spend 3 of my luck, so I'm only at, like, a little over half of my max luck. Which is a hefty investment, but I'm better with failing the human perception than I am with going, yeah, fucking corpo. I mean, yeah, corpo speak. Don't think this is the setting for it.
Yeah, so the reflex hits you. And it hurts a little bit to bite it down. You swallow that bitter medicine, but you're here on the mission.
Mission first, Joom. Mission first.
Corporations, they have their issues, but it's the only way to really make a good life for yourself and your family. And act like no cyberpunk or samurai or edge runner your whole life. I want that life to last long, that is.
Ain't that true? Ain't that true? Well,
isn't that temporarily replacing? I mean, I'm assuming he'll go back to a nice position once he's recovered. What's his name, though? I'd like to toast him for the opportunity that he gave me and to his swift and good recovery.
He gives a little chuckle at the thought of the fellow ever coming back. Yes, I muttered it as well, sir.
I didn't want to derail, but I had to say it.
And he goes, well then, miss, let me buy you a drink, and we'll make a toast. He comes back, 2 tumblers tequila, and not the good stuff. And he goes, to Mitch McConnell.
Blood.
To Mitch McConnell. Guess they had to get another Connell in there, eh? I don't know why I rolled my D10.
Oh, for toasting.
Okay, I got a 4 on my toasting check.
It's fine.
I'm switching dice. Got all my luck out of that one. I'm switching to a good old Aria die.
So you're here chatting this fellow up, this Kevin McCarthy.
Sounds like a really upstanding fellow. And definitely not a spineless coward.
No, definitely not. And you were trying to perform a bit of pickpocketry?
Yep, I'm wanting to see if I can get someone's personal cellular device off of them, then pass it to PK to hack into, and if possible after that, return it to them because I found it.
So it won't be so much a cell phone, as those are pretty much implants.
Yeah.
But you can probably find the equivalent of a wallet, a data chip, that sort of thing. I am looking for the appropriate skill, healer.
I mean, I assumed it'd be stealth, possibly, because I was looking and I didn't see anything that seemed like it was a, pickpocketing skill.
Yeah.
Wait, there's technique skills. Nope, I don't see it there. Oh, there's a literal pickpocket skill that I am actually not terrible at. Not great at, but not terrible at.
Yeah. So pickpocket is the one you are going to want to get. Are you doing this while you both are still sober? Or are you going to try and do the get 'em drunk first?
I was definitely gonna do the get him drunk first. And if we're a bunch of corporate shills here, we're at a dive bar. Imagine I don't have to get them drunk.
Oh no, the drunkardness was going to happen. But what I will need from you is a resist drugs check.
I kind of had a feeling, because I don't think I can politely turn down every drink. I'm just going to drink less than everyone else, but I am definitely in the party, because otherwise I'm breaking character.
Yep.
16. 8 plus 8.
That is fine. You get a buzz going, but you're a fucking rock star.
This is a lot lighter than cocaine, mate. There's a reason I have no ranks put into this and just have a natural immunity.
Okay. So, him being drunk, as well as some of the others, whose names you can just add yourself. I'm sure you can picture the crowd that is being drawn.
There's Biff, Bob, Bill, Bob, Biff, Bob, and Bob Biff.
We got Marjorie, we got Clarence, we got
We got margarine, we got butter, we got country crock.
we
have Nut the Unbustable.
Trust me, there's nothing unbustable over here. Always be bustin'.
It's bussin'? Come on.
Oh no, we bustin'.
Oh
A
shit.
real Beyblader never busts.
Mosh pits are just human Beyblades. I'll see myself out.
Beyblade!
Beyblade.
Sorry,
this
I'm
is
super
going to-
ADD.
This is going to be a fairly low pickpocket DC. We're going to just call it a DC 10.
I have a literal 50% chance, which I think is very fucking perfect. and I have to spend 2 luck to get through it. My dice luck is not at its usual level, but wrong city, wrong people, right?
The right city. The night city's never the right city.
And I think the harder part. Oh, I don't think it's that hard. I'm going to
You said.
I'm gonna get up. I'm sorry, mates. I've got to change my tampon. And I'm going to surreptitiously. I think I'm actually texting PK the whole time in my head.
Mhm.
I'm going to drop it, like, right by her table on the way to the bathroom, so that she can kind of, like, grab it with her foot carefully. Because I think if I hand it to her, I look too suspicious. And Marianne will come back, like, 7 minutes later.
Is there a way to like
And-
swipe? So was it a physical thing? I'm sorry, I kind of got spacey.
Yeah, sorry, I'm basically dropping it, like, right by where you're sitting. Not even looking at you, just letting it fall from my hand right by your foot, so you can,
I'm assuming I would have
easily
a
get it
purse open, like that you could drop it in, like a bag or a
even
purse.
better.
I came prepared,
That makes sense.
and I'm gonna wait
And-
till you pass before I do anything with it.
I think that Marianne's going to text PK in her head.
Mhm.
Once you're done hacking it, leave it by the entrance. And I'm going to, on the way out of here, I'm going to find it if someone else doesn't take it. Someone else takes it, it ain't the end of the world, but I seem more trustworthy if I find it by the entrance.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a little bit of a risk here, but we're not taking the risk, so Mary's okay with that.
And once the queen is passed, I'm gonna kind of adjust myself, get the purse up, because I don't want to seem like she drops it and then I go for it. You know, I kind of want to make sure there's enough time to make it seem like I am getting the USB, for lack of better terms. Like I'm on my computer, tapping away, and then I'm like, oh shit, I need this.
And if any other of the employees like go to the bathroom at the same time, I am absolutely being that weird person, that weird coworker that chats you up in the bathroom.
Oh
Which is a
no!
situation that no one ever wants to be in.
I hate that.
You're the
Fun
fucking
fact: back when I
worst.
worked
Yep.
for HGS, the HR person who fucking loved me, and was very supportive of me being trans and stuff, and like stopped some people from being shitty. I loved her, but she did do that, and I hated her for every moment of it. I'm like, how dare you not be transphobic? Can't you just fucking call me a faggot and tell me to leave instead?
Damn.
I'd prefer you to hate crime me here than talk to me in this restroom.
Ouch.
Oh God. Don't ask Stock Quotes channel.
Yeah. It is the 1, 2, 3, fourth one from the bottom.
How dare you treat me like a fellow woman right now?
Hate crime me, then talk to me in this bathroom.
I mean, there's this person at work that does it all the time, and it's just like, I feel ya. Like, I understand.
I will not quote that first part. I am not using that word, so there we are.
To use that word, but thank you.
Yeah. No, I'm not 14 anymore. I'm not pulling that one off. Goodness. But yes. Annoyingly, I kind of agree. Although, weird part, side tangent, because this is where we're at. High schoolers don't fucking get that.
I'm so sorry.
Like, I'll just go in there and they're...
Wait, you don't have a
Having a
separate
full-
bathroom? Like a teacher's bathroom?
Yeah, we kind of do, but
Oh.
they're not good. And the closest one to my room is, not. So, comes in and they're just full fucking conversation. And I'm like, why?
I think they are the social generation, though, so...
Yeah, Social D's nuts.
Fucking hell, mate.
There's a time and a place. And
They think it's in the bathroom when they're touching junk.
That you'll have for years. He's silent in this bathroom. It's polite, damn it.
you can build your bonds just fucking elsewhere.
I mean, what better bond can you make than holding your own junk talking to someone? Come on.
To be fair, that does tend to be a lifelong bond, whether you like it or not.
No, I'm not gonna make that particular joke.
Unless you ghost them after your whirlwind romance.
Remember, this is recording.
I'm still sorry, Ricardo. That's a joke. I've never done that to someone.
Yet.
I'm sorry, Ricardo.
Ricardo?
I'm sorry, hypothetical fictional man that I had a whirlwind romance with that I ghosted out of nowhere.
This wild tryst of yours.
Hi, baby.
I used to be
awake.
a very different person.
Athena, you slut.
Hey, we're all sluts here, alright?
We are
Oh, yeah?
all sluts here. So, what information were we trying to get off this fucking
Yeah,
trip?
let's refresh. Pause,
Yeah.
refresh.
I wanted PK to basically reverse engineer it to make me a fake ID to get in, more or less.
Fake IDs.
That's gonna be rough.
Alright, so this is going to be a bit more difficult than the fake IDs you've clearly made in the past.
Yes, because it's also on the spot and I don't have that much time, I'm assuming.
That, and it is Corpo.
Yeah, true. And
Specific. Like, I imagine you made a fake sin for me at some point.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this is like a specific corpo thing.
I probably
think
also
we
had
knew.
some help with that because I'm sure I have some other Netrunner friends. I'm also kind of delaying because I'm trying to take care of my gecko that I completely forgot to do.
Gecko!
Yeah, I actually think Mary's given you the toughest job.
Oh yeah,
And I think he knows
100%. 100%. You did.
PK really is the MVP of this heist.
No. You are doing things that PK definitely cannot do. We're both
Talk to
MVP.
people.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ, Jeremy.
What do you want from me? Please, give me... So, the first check's going to be, basically breaking, the security on the...
Backdoor, baby!
Yeah, get that back door. So,
Cybertech
give...
or security? I guess it's or something else.
This is security.
They're the same number. I got a 23, good buddy. Is there like a crit on this? Like in the system?
There might be, but...
Oh, sorry, that was more curiosity, because I rolled a 10. I don't know if that's a crit or not, or what.
1 second, referencing my sheets.
Oh, good. Again, curiosity. If it doesn't matter, then it doesn't matter.
I mean, it's explode.
So should I roll again?
I'll tell you, you already got it.
Alright, I want to roll again to see the number.
Okay.
Alright, so 10 plus 30... 27 is the total.
You're in. There's going to be no trace of you.
God, this was a little easier than expected. Something's gonna... Oh, God. Alright. So we got in.
Okay, now to make a copy... Well, actually, to make a copy of the information is not that hard. You can do that using your fucking computer that you have with you.
Mm-hmm.
You've already broken in. You do not have the stuff on hand to make an ID.
Of course. But can I get the information off this ID so I could transfer it when I have...
Done and done, sir.
Alright. And again, want to also reverse and see if I see any trace of myself?
Oh yeah, no. That security check was fucking clean.
Alright. Good, good, good. But just gotta be safe, you know?
Always be safe.
Yep. You gotta practice safe backdoors.
Yeah, safe back doors.
Oh, Athena's left. I don't know if she heard that, because that would be something that I think she would find hilarious.
Oh, I'm sure she's heard all of this.
I hope.
Us being fucking degens.
degens. So, yeah, I will do that. And then... I believe the queen said to drop it before her, so I am going to not be like, oh, I have definitely done something. I'm going to wait a little bit, kind of give some time after I'm done. So technically I spent all my eddies on my programs. Would I have a little bit to kind of pay for the drink and like tip? I'm assuming there's tip in this system.
Yeah.
Or is it like I'm broke and I kind of just stole from this poor dive bar?
No. We're assuming you have basic cash.
Okay.
It's a fucking one shot. I'm not going to be that particular.
It's alright. I just had to ask because technically speaking...
You have to meticulously track every inventory thing, even if it takes 4 hours plus.
Okay, Gary Gygax.
We haven't come over to GURPS yet.
I love me
Oh,
some
no.
GURPS though. So yeah, then once I'm done, I finish my... I don't like chug it because again, not trying to draw attention. I kind of just like casually finish the drink, but like I also keep track of the queen's conversation because I want to make sure it's there when she leaves or does whatever she has to do. So finish it, and then I'm going to go put it by the entrance, and then just finish, pay, go by the entrance, drop it in a spot that is... So I guess, is there like a potted plant or like a basket that's not like watched right now, I guess? By the entrance or exit?
In this bar? No.
Okay.
It is divey.
Is there a bathroom? So is the bathroom in the back or the front? Which I never thought I'd ask in a RPG.
I was picturing it in the front.
Okay, so...
Are they gender-neutral bathrooms?
It's cyberpunk,
It's-
yeah.
yeah.
Gender doesn't fucking mean anything anymore.
I will say, I love that about Cyberpunk.
We got actual fucking furries.
It's actually considered going full Borg.
Mm-hmm. Never go full Borg, man.
So what I'm
Never.
gonna do is I will set in the text, just be like, all right, there's nothing I could drop this at. I'm going to the bathroom and I'm gonna put it in the second stall, on like, you know, the toilet paper holders. I'm gonna put it up the toilet paper holders so it's like kind of hidden. Oh shit, I guess I didn't pay attention that much. Well, hopefully you gotta go to the bathroom again. Maybe you got the runs. Lol.
I think Mary would actually even message you. Actually, might put it in a more obvious spot. I don't need to necessarily be the person to find it. If some good Samaritan brings it back, that even takes more heat off us.
I'll
say you don't have to put so much effort into hiding it. I think that makes it more suspicious.
Oh, sorry. I'm not used to the upfrontness. I'm always... yes, what if I gave it to someone and said, oh, excuse me, someone left this in the bathroom?
I think that's more suspicious.
Oh.
I think we want it to be as unconnected from us as possible. I think it's just best if you just randomly
I'll leave it on the
drop
sink.
as you leave.
I'll leave it on the sink. Oh, shit. Is it gender neutral bathrooms?
Yeah.
How many bathrooms are there?
They still only got 2.
Yeah, and I'm assuming it's like a standard stereotypical bathroom sink.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave it on the sink.
Probably a bit more synth coke than you're used to in the real world, but
We all been to a dive. We all know.
Did Kevin ever go to a bathroom?
What?
Did Kevin ever go to the bathroom?
I mean, yeah, he's probably broken the seal.
Even in that bathroom.
Has he broken the seal multiple times?
He's drinking.
Let me roll.
This is kind of important. That's the only reason I'm asking.
I only had to shit the one time because I rolled really good on my drug resistance. You, Kevin, you look more like a 4 or 5 timer.
Nope. He's only had to go once.
Okay. Only reason I ask is that I was gonna see
what bathroom it is.
Yeah, I was
rolled
gonna...
it twice. It was a 1. 1 on 2 different die.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna
It
see
was
if he
not meant
went
to be.
to a specific one each time, like if he had a certain bathroom he liked. But yeah,
He went at least once.
I'll just wash my hands and leave it on the sink. Wait. So you said, is it one bathroom or is there multiple sorry, toilets, not bathrooms. Is there one a toilet in each bathroom?
No, they got 3 per each.
Is anyone in this bathroom? I
I
don't want to make it too obvious, but I guess I will. Yeah, fuck it. I'll make it too obvious because if I have a backup if someone is in there and sees me looking.
This is the most we've been concerned about a bathroom in
Right.
So, how late are we going with this? I do work early, but I did all my showering and getting ready tonight, so I'm down to go late. I don't know if that's possible for everyone.
I'm not doing shit tomorrow, so it's whenever you guys feel like it. And I'm also cool doing like a multi-shot of this, or a 3-shot, or a 4-shot. You know.
I think this might be best suited to a 2-shot at this point, but also I'm down to go late.
We can call it after we drop off the shit here. Yes, there are people in the bathroom, and then we can pick up next time with more or less the actual heist.
Okay, and then so let me. What I wanted to see is no one's looking at me washing my hands. Is what I'm saying, right?
Nah, they're fucking shitting and coming in there.
All right. Well, I'm gonna wash my hands really quick, and then drop it, and then just leave the door, and leave it in the.
Sorry, Jeremy, did you just say they're shitting and coming?
Listen, I rolled.
What an idiot!
I rolled max on the die. There are more people in there than there are stalls.
I mean,
that's all I'm saying.
It is cyberpunk.
It's a shitty dive in a cyberpunk world. I mean, come on.
You just took it in stride. Good for you, fucking Chad. I was the one that was like, wait a second.
Did I just?
Did he just? Yes, he did.
It was just like, of course they're shitting and coming, Athena. Get over your fucking puritanical bullshit.
How dare you try to virtue signal our fucking bathroom time?
So yeah, I will, once I leave, I'll pay, so I'm not just like going to the bathroom and like leaving. So I'll pay for my drink. Is there a pretty lady or NB in this dive bar, or is it all or do they all look corpo?
They all look some level of downtrodden corpo.
Is there one that looks?
You are dealing with execs here.
I know. Is there one that looks less corpo? That is a pretty lady or non-binary?
None that I would say are less corpo.
Okay, then I guess I'll just go and find whatever pretty lady or non-binary person and go, hey, their tab on me, and I'll pay for theirs too, and then kind of leave.
Oh, okay.
After I pay, obviously.
Oh, goodness.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I do.
Queen, you, how late do you stick around for the parting? Do you see it to the very end?
Sorry, what was that?
Queen, how long do you stick around for the partying? Do you stick around to the very end? Or
Not
do
till the
you-
very end. Because I'm new to the job and I'm trying to make a good first impression. I'm gonna be a little bit of a wet blanket. You know, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, come on." I'll be like, "Oh, yeah, guys. Okay, fine. I mean, I start tomorrow, but I'll stay another couple hours. I'll be good, and I'll stay out just slightly later than I should for tomorrow's shift. You know, I'm a new timer. All right, like try and make a good impression, but I still want to make a good impression with my boys."
So at the end, everyone's pretty well into their cups. And Kevin makes a pass at you. Pretty overt.
Ooh.
Basically, an invitation to a not quite empty bed.
So during the night, has Kevin seemed like he's less than enthused about working for a corporation?
Yeah. It appears as though everyone in this bar is less than enthused. Because they're not in the cushy sort of exec jobs here. You know, these are warehouse workers. These are, you know, your fucking welders. These are your sort of in the trenches people. A corpo job's just something that pays the bills.
Much like the real Kevin McCarthy, just working a necessary job to make ends meet. Truly a martyr amongst Americans.
Yeah, except this one isn't actively harming everyone else.
I mean, Marianne, she's not really snooty about it. Like, yeah, she got more press, she got more, fucking money and more fucking, like, dick and pussy for it, but she was exactly the same fucking shill they were less than a fucking year ago. Imagine she started being a fucking, like, cyberpunk / edge runner or whatever the term is, like, a month or two ago. And really is just lucky that she met PK so that she could make it work.
Aww.
So,
I'm gonna cry.
I don't think there's a genuine connection here, but...
Oh, no. This was not romantic.
No.
He
basically just like, it helps with the cover, and fuck it. I mean, you know what? Here's the most important... Well, I guess it's not a super important question because it's kind of obvious. Is he attractive?
I mean, he's got a decent paying job that he doesn't necessarily like.
I mean, Marianne's not, like, snooty. She likes all body types.
You know, he's not going to win any awards. He's not a fucking heartthrob over here, but he's not, fucking hideous.
You also get a text at this point. You trying to fuck or should I leave?
As long as he seems like a half, like, okay dude.
Yeah,
Marianne's fully in her slutty phase, so no, she'll be like, I mean, it helps the cover even too, so it's even good for the job. She's not opposed.
All right. So you get a reply from the queen, and
Hey mate, I'm going deep undercover. Going in the back door. Let's just say that my other alias that I never revealed to you was Peggy.
Oh god, I don't need to know this! I'll meet you back at the house when you're done.
I'm trying to make an asshole of myself.
Just don't ruin his.
just say that a real edge runner always goes for the blind spot.
And on that note, the night fades to black.
Oh god, yes, please, because I don't want to roleplay that.
It's like Fable. It just happens and then you move on.
No, once again, I'm down for some fucking degeneracy if anyone ever wants to go full stupid. But no, I'm not assuming that's where anyone's at.
The only thing I want is that we cut to just audio only, Marianne / Peggy saying, / Rosie / Peggy saying, 37 seconds. All that chrome, even the vibrating function, and only 37 seconds. I forgot my accent for a second.
Who am I?
Who am I? I've had so many names.
There are some somewhat strangled replies from the ball gag.
Oh, no.
So Cyberpunk brings out the full degeneracy in everybody I see. I love it.
It does. Same.
Oh. And, you know what? That's where we'll call it for tonight.
Sounds good.
I halfway expected this to be done in an hour. I'm glad it's not.
Same. Jeremy, it was part of my plan to make this as long as possible so that we can continue playing. Indeed.